All right, back to this. The previous parts, I think we started at Hecate Town, but we started at Hecate Town and we managed to get through all the cultists in the fiery cavern except for Zenith, which he's like the cult leader or whatnot. So I was saving a specific episode or like specific part for that, and I was also reaching like 50 minutes. I didn't feel like I guess it made more sense to save it. And I also did some this. I also wanted to show because I actually did a decent amount of work between the previous part and this part. So going to the PMC to ultimately show that off. Actually, no, I prefer this theme. So looking at our initial party, we had some Pokemon level 64, some level 63. Most of them were like not too far away from 64, so I just trained them all up. Actually, the rare candy I used on Demon because he was like just barely level 63. Like I needed to train everyone maybe like 2 or 3 battles to get to level 64, and then Demon I needed to use the rare candy. But yeah, we're way over leveled compared to Zenith. He is level 60 to 62. Keep in mind, like he is no legendary, so or well, at least not presumably. The Infernal Cult doesn't have any legendaries yet or whatnot. So yeah, I actually did some move changes. So I got the TM Ice Punch a bit ago, and it was actually buffed. For whatever reason, I thought it was 60, 100, but now it's 75, 100. I may be thinking back from like Gen 4 or 5. It may have, I don't know exactly when it was buffed. Maybe, I think it was Gen 6, because this game is based off Gen 6 moves or whatnot. This game uses the Gen 6 moves or whatnot. So yeah, I actually got rid of Rock Tomb and just kept Aerial Ace because I think having the ability to not miss, especially with Hustle, is pretty good. And I also think it was worth teaching Drain Punch so I don't need to like spam close combat. And I can actually potentially gain some of the HP that I lose through the Life Orb back. So, and also going off of that, like I also taught it to what is it, Jackbox, because Buy Slam's like what, a normal 80, 100? There's no real point in having a normal move. I'd rather just have it have Drain Punch and then also keep Will-O-Wisp. And then yeah, I also taught that to Sandman because submission was 80-80 with recoil as compared to 75-100 with actually the straight up opposite of recoil, which is like restoration. So it's like, it all made sense. The stuff I did made sense. Or at least, but that's for my party. Like now I want to show off the PC because I did some stuff involving the PC or whatnot. So yeah, just looking at it, someone's, of course, move. And yeah, so I split all my Pokemon into 2 boxes. So the first box is just normal Pokemon. Like these are normal Pokemon I've had. These are some of the higher levels and also monotype, or at least like, yeah, these are the higher levels. And obviously this is the shiny I found, and this is the Mega Zed Striker we get from Sonata Tracks. I'm still surprised I found a shiny this game, but so yeah, now I can't actually get rid of this stave because I have a shiny. So, and these are the Pokemon we've used in the past. Manbat does nothing this battle. It might be time we're officially dropping him off of our team. He was useful for quite a bit after he was supposed to be obsolete or whatnot, but yeah. So now let's look at box 2. Let's show off these first. You can get Levaney and both Levaney and Flygon in the Safari Zone from Nazca Nazca Town. So I caught them and then bought the 2 armor sets for them. Granted, I'm not using either of these in my party. Like I said, the only armored Pokemon I'd consider using is Armored Tyranitar, and that would replace Sandman, Delta Muck. But yeah, it's still good to just have these 2 just to show them off. I also got the this, you can laugh at the name, but the Delta Coughing from Miara Town. It was the town that we had the initial Audrey interaction in when she was going to get Lugia. One of the traders there, he trades a Delta Coughing for a pseudo legendary before we actually haven't found a pseudo legendary. However, in the Safari Zone, yet again, there is a Dino available. which is part of the pseudo-legendary line for Unova, the High Dragon line. So he accepted that, and we got the Pokemon. But other than that, that's kind of actually all. But I just think the armored Pokemon are really cool. So, and I already have 2 out of 3 available so far. But unfortunately, the one I don't have is the only one I'm really considering using. But yeah. And I already mentioned in the previous time how I went and caught all the Deltas or whatnot. The Delta Scraggy and the Delta, what was the other Delta? Or it was supposed to be the Delta Metang, but we haven't got there yet. But yeah, now that that's over, we actually need to get all the way back to Zenith. You know, because wild Pokemon were such a pain in the previous parts, I'm actually gonna buy Max Repels now. So I'm gonna spend what money I have on Max Repels, and we'll never have to deal with wild Pokemon again, just because they're such a pain. Like, previous part was actually such a pain. So where's the Max Repels? There we go. We can actually buy more. We can buy 99. And the reason why I'm okay with doing this is, one, money and Pokeballs really aren't a concern, because if I need either of those, I can just race it so not attracts, given I have the highest level sponsorship. And then also, looking at our bag right now, if we look at our, we look here, we have actually 5 revives and 7 hyper potions. That's because we found 2 hyper potions in Fiery Caverns, but never used any against the cultists. So, and I am purposefully leaning off with Demix. I guess I might as well explain that now, because it's a long walk, and I'm gonna activate the, where's the max potion? It's at the bottom of items. Yeah, there we go, or Max Repel. So this should, basically, that should hopefully last us pretty much the rest of the game, or at least the rest of the main story. Like, I don't think we'll have any issues regarding wild or like needing any more Max Repels. Or if we do, we should be, like, money shouldn't be an issue by that point. But yeah, I mean, the reason I'm leaning off with Demix is the same sort of mentality or logic I had regarding the battle with Tane, is that he doesn't really do anything against, well, he actually does a decent amount against the rest of his Pokemon. But it's more like, because before I would just think like, oh, what's the best Pokemon for the lead Pokemon? But the issue with that is okay, this is actually the wrong one. We have to go down. Forgot. But the issue with that, I think that was more evident during the Tane battle when I tried to lead off with Demon, was that ultimately, given we're playing on set, you can't exactly switch out. So it's best to save Pokemon that are more pertinent later in the battle for them, as opposed to use them in the beginning, if that makes sense. Also, there's some like weird graphics because there used to be a lava pool up there. So just kind of ignore that. Like, that's just a part of the game. It's not like how I legitimately thought, like, my laptop was breaking when the black flashes were coming on before we had or when we had the counter with the Darkrai cultist or whatnot. I actually thought like my game was breaking. I'm like, I pushed it too far, but should have known better. Should have had more faith in the game or whatnot, or my equipment. But yeah, so okay, yes, use another, please. There we go. But yeah, basically Demix, it's kind of like he doesn't really do exceptional against the rest of his Pokemon, and I have types to counter. Like, obviously he's fire type and Demix is water type, but the main thing is I have Pokemon to counter the rest. Okay, where's the drawbridge? I thought there was another drawbridge here. There should be another drawbridge, right? Oh my god, I went the freaking wrong way for it. But yeah. Mainly, he just doesn't really do exceptional against the rest of his Pokemon, so that's why I'm leaning with Demix. His lead is Blaziken, so it's not like Demix. Demix, actually, the Psychic type comes in handy regarding, well, it doesn't have a Psychic type move, so that doesn't really do anything. So, yeah, up here is where we see Zenith. Like, actually, I know once we see his character model or whatnot, there we go. Because, yeah, Nora just shows up out of nowhere. And then, yeah, we take one step forward and it activates. So watch this. So, oh my god, look at Zenith on the left. God, he looks so stupid. The Infernal Cult looks so stupid. I can't believe the heroes prophesized to join them. That's how I know it's not us. It's either got to be Nora and Damien at this point. And given that, Damien's like a human Deoxys hybrid, I think that's fairly... By process of elimination, it's got to be Nora. Because I know for sure we aren't joining the Infernal Cult. They look too stupid, and I'd much rather join any other cult except maybe the Darkrai cult, but calling it now, Nora's going to be the one to betray us. At first, I thought it was the first augur, but given that I now think the first augur is the guy in the suit or whatnot, at the end of the second climax, we'll have to, like, obviously revise our theory. I heard about what happened with Damien down on Andre's base. Literally don't even speak to us. Like, we wanted to look for Damien, but Nora and Harmony sent us to Anastasia, and lo and behold, what happens when we get to Anastasia? She's literally having a business transaction with freaking Tane. Like, that's, like, we're not on good, like, we're not in good standing here with, like, Nora. We're not on good relations or whatnot. She's our enemy at this point, like, is along with everyone else. Listen, I don't know what's going on with him, and I don't know how to cure him. Well, thanks for adding to the conversation. Like, that's the most useless statement ever. Of course you don't know. But we're going to find a way to help him, okay? I promise. Because we know, Nora doesn't know this, but we know potentially Darkrai could help. Because apparently, like, everyone who's been sacrificed this game, like the Darkrai cultists, and including East as well, given our interaction with the one Darkrai cultist who got sacrificed. Apparently the legendaries, like, save the people who were sacrificed because they don't want sacrifices towards them. So it's likely that, and ultimately there is some part in that ultimately leads to fixing Damien or whatnot, or at least Darkrai can help in that. So I'm happy you're here. I was worried I'd have to fight the Infernal Cult by myself. How is this, like, is Zenith and this cultist literally just, like, over here in a conversation? Like, we're literally having a conversation, like, right in front of them when they're, like, presumably not even doing anything. Like, they're literally just sitting there. Like, we could have literally had this conversation anywhere else. Let's do it together. Please don't be a double battle. Well, I guess I know it's not a double battle. I'm literally looking at the wiki. Like, we're not even, like, I don't care about Nora. I don't care about Harmony or the gym leaders. The gym leaders are actually, like, the worst people. Like, they're not good people. The only good one was Orion, and then he just straight up handed Tane Reshiram. So, like, the gym leaders aren't good people. Like, the people we know aren't good. Like, Nora, she was literally the one who harassed Damien, like, sort of exploited his biggest insecurities and is now trying to make it seem as though he's, like, she's empathetic towards his situation and that she wasn't the direct cause by. Like we said, I wanted to help search for Damien, like, when he got kidnapped by Mauled initially, but Nora and Harmony were like, no, go one Anastasia. And lo and behold, when you get to Anastasia, literal business transaction with Tane. She literally got paid $1 million. Like, I still don't understand how much more you could do besides, like, directly working for the cults. Like, she literally made legendary armor for a cult admin. Like, I don't understand how much more, like, she's lucky that we took such a low price for our armor. As it turns, oh my God. And as it turns out, everyone was interpreting the prophecy wrong. Oh my God. So Zenith knows, because that's, presumably he's referring to the fact, because we know the prophecy comes in 3 parts. Most cultists or cult leaders only know the first 2 parts. We learned of the 3rd part. The first part is that there will be a hero chosen by a mystic Pokemon. The second part is that the hero will go on to be undefeated in the region. And then the 3rd part is that the hero will ultimately betray their friends and join the Inferno cult. Most cult leaders knew the first 2. Like, presumably no one knew about the 3rd part until we got there and spoke to the Oracle. But apparently Zenith knows. So Zenith at this point can literally just chill. He's like, all right, it's going to work out for us in the end. We just need to chill at this point. Like, let everyone else do their stupid stuff. We just chill and we win in the end game. Like, that's what I was saying. I was saying the Inferno cult, who has been literally irrelevant the whole game, is now at the forefront of sort of the discussion about, okay, so are they winning in the long run? Is it inevitable that the hero joins them? Because if that's the case, then they presumably win out in the end, because the rest of the cults get beat by the hero or whatnot. And that was obviously already on top of, you know, Yern summoning Rayquaza, already on top of Audrey getting her 2 legendaries and then losing them both. And then Tane getting the Unova trio. Like, at the end of the day, none of that matters if the hero's destined to join the Infernal cult. Like, this is really interesting. So he knows. How does he know? What do you mean? Did you find out what I was really trying to say? He's literally speaking to, like, a random cultist here. Like, this random cultist is getting, like, one-on-one personal interaction time with Zenith. But yeah, Zenith knows. How does he know? because presumably only the people who actually activated the Oracle were able to know. And we were like the one out of hundreds, according to the like librarian and whatnot. Yes, and it had fantastic news. I mean, God, look how stupid he looks. But in his situation, I mean, he's got to be like feeling good. Like he's like, wow, I'm literally destined to win. Like prophecy is on my side. Like that hero, they'll defeat all the Arcults just fine. Then not only will they not defeat us, they'll end up joining us. So yes, that's confirmation. He does know the third part of the prophecy, the true ending. The Arcult is like he's like so happy. He's like talking to like random peons within his cult, like his own cult. He's like, honestly, that'd be like such a dopamine. Like imagine you're like a freaking like let's apply this to you. Like let's imagine like you're a cult leader in real life, like an actual cult leader, like a leader of like an actual cult. Like let's say there's like a prophecy surrounding like ultimately something stupid like I don't know, the president or like some like the Pope or like so just like some major figure like joining your cult. Like wow, that's pretty nice. Like that's succeed. That's wonderful. And since the only candidates for the hero are that rain wait, what? What? And since the only candidates for the hero are that rain team leader or one of those kids, rain team leader, that's Audrey. Rain team is that referring to the abyssal cult? Like I assume that's what the cultists. I mean, God, that's so much disrespect. Not even referring to like the abyssal cult as the abyssal cult. So that rain team leader, that's got to be the abyssal cult, right? Or one of those kids, because the kids is referring to obviously us, Damien or Nora, if you're depending on whether or not you include the 3 specific mystic Pokemon, one having belonged to the first auger. But rain team leader, that's got to be Audrey, right? I don't know who else that'd be referring to besides Audrey. Rain team leader, like is there a rain water type gym leader? That's got to be referring to Audrey. I don't know who else it could be referring to. And yeah, so it's either Audrey, us, Damien, or Nora, if you include sort of any mystic Pokemons, the 3 specific ones that like have the power to like control reality or whatnot. I'm not even sure what was special about ours, Damien's, and the first augers, but yeah, be joining us willingly. Wait, I don't think. Oh, the kids. So Audrey's destined to join them? I don't like rain team leader. That's got to be Audrey, right? Like I don't see who else that could be referring to. Exactly, which means our gift is more powerful than we ever believed. Who's the rains? That's got to be Audrey. I don't like that's got to be just like a roast on Audrey. Like I don't know who that'd refer to besides Audrey. What on earth is wrong with you? Nora, shut up. I'm trying to listen to their conversation here. Like we were literally just like getting free information off of them, and you had to like go and screw up by like making our presence known. Still, but yeah, rain team leader, that's got to refer to Audrey. I don't see who else that would refer to. Like you were with us at the library when we heard the prophecy. How are they? Oh my God. Oh my God. Zenith was the librarian. I recognize that hairstyle. Oh my God. It literally just hit me. I'm like, God, he looks so stupid. And then he turns to face us. Not only does he, well, I should say, he doesn't just look like the librarian, he was the librarian. The librarian's name was Zachary. It also starts with Z. Oh my God. He was literally the librarian. Oh my God. So that's how he overheard. Oh my God. Because you can see he has the same exact hairstyle. The only difference is its color. Like he has the same exact character model, or sprite, just different colors. Oh my God. Literally, as soon as I saw him turn towards us, like I realized, because I didn't recognize it before. Like I didn't recognize he was the librarian before, like until his freaking sprite turned to face us. Oh my God. Oh my God. He was literally Zachary the librarian. And I remember his name, Zachary. And it starts with Z2. Oh my God. Freaking, I've been talking about, Tane, Rukra, Audrey playing 4D chess. Freaking Zenith playing 4D chess out here. He literally waited until we showed up to the freaking library so he could overhear the prophecy himself. Oh my god. That's insane. He actually is just straight up the librarian. Oh my god. He's like, you were supposed to be on our side. You told us how important that prophecy was. Special information that the cults don't know. Like, I don't understand the point Nora's trying to make here. He's a cult leader. Why would he not do something like that? Like, that was like freaking Damien arguing with Rukra and Tane. Damien's like, let us pass. We got to save the augur. And Rukra's like, I'm a cult leader. Why would I let you pass? Like, how do I, like, Zenith is like, yeah, why would I not do that? Like, does it not make sense? Like, and now you're just sharing it to Zenith. You freaking idiot, Audrey. That is Zenith. You betrayed us. We don't have our advantage anymore. That is Zenith, you freaking idiot. Your advantage was gone long before that. Zenith knew. Wait, that's not Zenith? No, that is Zenith. I'm literally looking at his character model. I'm looking at his character model on the wiki. That is Zenith. You can't convince me otherwise. Zenith knew about the prophecy the moment you did, foolish girl. Then you never did ask my name. You really should have. Names are important. They have power. That's why I'm like, freaking Nora, you freaking idiot. Like, I was like, she had me a second. And I'm like, is that really not? No, that is Zenith. Freaking Zenith out here playing 4D chess. Like, oh, that's a lot of lag. The chance of hearing that prophecy is the only reason I ever worked at that stupid library at all. He's like, I got paid minimum wage, but I still got the ultimate benefit in the end. That's actually really funny. That's actually real. Oh my god, the Inferno cult's actually in a really special position here. They are. Like, they went from irrelevancy to like the forefront. Because we know not only that they're the oldest cult of the region, but that also, Zenith, he's the only cult leader who knows the true nature of the prophecy. The rest only know the first two parts. And not only that, the true nature of the prophecy itself, because it'd be a different story if, like, obviously we knew about the prophecy, but Zenith didn't. That'd be a different story. But Zenith knowing that he's destined to win, that is prophesized that the Inferno cult will win in the end, that puts them really at the forefront of the conversation. Within the span of, like, a couple or a few minutes, the Inferno cult went from irrelevancy to, like, the forefront of the whole sort of, like, cult, like, war of the cults or whatnot. Having to wear hair dye was awful in itself. He literally is wearing hair dye right now, you freaking idiot. When the three of you showed up and the Oracle finally appeared, every tiresome moment there became worthwhile when I finally heard him predict our victory. Imagine what it'd be like if they said, like, any other cult, like the Abyssal cult or something. Like, Zenith would be like, what? God damn it. He'd be like wallowing in his sorrow. He's like, oh, we're destined to lose. Like, I don't care anymore. Like, no point on continuing the Infernal cult. And now, we don't fear children or any kind of prophecy. I'm still sort of drawn or hung up on sort of the Rain Team leader. That's got to be referring to Audrey. I don't see who else I could be referring to. That's just got to be a roast on Audrey's part. But so if that's, I mean, she's dead, so presumably they have no, or at least quote unquote dead. I really think she's alive, or I should say, I really hope she's alive. I really hope she's not dead, especially given that we know the cultists who were sacrificed were apparently saved by the legendaries, Darkrai cultists, and including East, or like at least the potential for East or whatnot. Because we literally saw that one Darkrai cultist, right? But we didn't see East, but it was at least, referred to that East may potentially be still alive. But it would make sense for the first person to actually kill off the main cult leader, especially immediately after her reveal being Damien's mother or whatnot. Like, ultimately, that wouldn't really make sense. I'm really hoping she's not dead, but one of you will join us, says Fort Salt. He's literally like, okay, do like rock, paper, scissors right now, like figure out. He can literally just sit there. He's like, okay, so which one of you two is going to join us? Like, I mean, the prophecy states it. I don't even need to battle you because, like, one of you are going to join us. Also, I'm really interested to hear Zenith's theme because I've actually never heard it. Like, I've only heard the main, like, I haven't gotten this far in the game, and we haven't battled Zenith yet, so I really actually don't know what his theme is. We'll never help you. You're crazy. You act like you have a choice. Yeah, he's literally like, it's prophesized. Listen, I don't care if it's not you. It's like one of you three. Just like, the genius doesn't even need the balance here. He can literally just like chill for the rest of the game. Since it's prophesized that one of us will basically just do all the work, he can literally just sit back. He really doesn't need to battle us. But so be it. If you want to fight, then that's what you'll get. So Raven, Nora, come in. Show us what you can do. I love how Nora's freaking battling the grunt and we're taking on the leader. It goes to show like our compared like strength or whatnot, or how, well, I should say how not comparable we are. Like, listen, I'm saying it's got to be Nora. Freaking Damien's a human Pokemon hybrid. He's in no position to join the Infernal Cult. Obviously, we're not joining. I wouldn't join like on my life. I mean, God, they look, between them looking as stupid as they look and like just wanting to join any other cult instead, like it's not going to be us. It's got to be Nora, right? Hold on, let's hear his theme. Okay, no music, thanks. Where's his music? Okay, thanks, game. And yeah, there's the hairstyle or whatnot. Because he had what? Because his hairstyle was all purple when he was as Zachary or whatnot. So, yeah, Lee's Alpha. Look how over-leveled we are. This is going to be an easy battle. Yeah, this is going to be easy. I mean, that shouldn't even deal the... Oh, well, is this going to one... Oh, my God, it has speed boost. We're not going to outspeed it. I was about to say, like... Okay, yes, and that's just one shot. Yeah, we're so over-leveled for this battle. And between that and him not having a legendary, he really can't touch us. Ooh, that's 6K experience. That's actually a lot. That might be the most experience we've received in this game so far. I mean, I'm not sure we 6K yet. Okay, so that's another surf. Rock slide. Okay, it outspeeds. Like, I guess Demix. Oh my God, we survived that. Is this the same exact theme as? This may be the same theme as Audrey's, just like sped up and slightly altered. It certainly seems that way. Oh my God, he freaking didn't kill us. And actually, you know what's funny is Excadrill's Choice Scarf. Okay, use a Forest Door. So all I really, like, I mean, well, I guess now the move resets, I think, right? He can choose a different move if he wants to. So yeah, I mean, that's it. Okay, so yeah, that's actually nice that he's wasting his full restores on his Excadrill as opposed to any other of his Pokemon. So yeah, now he's presumably out of full restores here. Like that really shouldn't be an issue. Like Rock Slide. Okay, no, he's still stuck using Rock Slide. So who's my plan to deal with Excadrill? Who's my plan to deal with Excadrill? So I could presumably just use any Pokemon. Well, which Pokemon is the most? I think Jackbox. Like, yeah, Jackbox really doesn't have a use for any R Pokemon or whatnot. Well, I guess Rock Slide isn't the best move to swap Jackbox into. That's kind of an issue. Yeah, I guess Sandman makes the most sense here, but the issue is I need him later in the battle. I think my plan was to use Cleaver here. Well, I guess... yeah, I need Sandman later in the battle, so I don't want to swap into him. It wouldn't be wise to swap into Jackbox. I think, yeah, I definitely think we swap into Cleaver here. Also, because at least Rock Slide's normal damage against us. So, yeah. And hopefully we can outspeed this thing. It has a Choice Scarf. That's what, does that increase speed or special? No, it increases speed. I don't think we outspeed this thing, but we should, because we should at least be able to tank it, right? And then, yeah, let's use Drain Punch here. That should definitely kill it. Yeah, it outspeeds us. So we should have, yes. Oh my God, please don't start this. Like, really? Watch me miss this. Watch me miss this. Oh, really? There's no way. What's the chance of it flinching? There's just no way. I mean, come on. Let's see. What's 30%? Really? So 30, 30. Really? Oh my God. That's okay. Here's the thing though. I only need one Drain Punch to kill it, and I can tank 2 Rock Slides. So I'm okay. That's hold on. That's the wrong slot or whatnot. Hyper Poke. That's actually ridiculous that it hit 2 flinch. Watch it hit. Well, I guess if it flinches now, it doesn't matter because I healed it. And he's locked into Rock Slide due to a Choice Scarf. I should have known it was speed because it's an attacker. Like, okay, yeah. All I need to do is land one Drain Punch and it dies. That's literally all I need. Okay, that would have been funny if Drain Punch missed, just like stacking the unluckiness or whatnot. Well, I think yeah, I know what a Pokemon he's gonna send it next. Hold on. Yeah, Cleaver gets absolutely countered here. Oh, I was actually predicting him to send out Chandelure, so no. This is a tough. I think we just use Aerial Ace here. Like, okay, it actually outspeeds us. So that thing outspeeds my whole team. Oh, how I keep coming across Pokemon that outspeed literally my entire team. Like, I don't understand how that's the case or what. This was actually the one I planned on using a Jackbox for or whatnot. So, I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of a pain, but I mean, also, like, what can you do? So, yeah, let's use a Flame Charge here. Quiver Dance, okay. Which stats does that increase? Special attack and special defense. Good thing I'm a physical attacker. Oh, and speed. So it's like the opposite of a dragon like dance or whatnot. So, or well, the theoretical opposite. Okay. I don't think it has a move that can one-shot us though. I'm looking at its moves and nothing super effective. Well, the only even so, the only normal effective move is actually not a stab move. So, yeah, this is Hidden Power Ground. Oh wow. Well, here's the thing though. Okay, so I am at what? I don't think I can outspeed this thing. I think that's kind of a pain, but I'll need it for a safe switch, and that's actually such a pain. Like, it's just barely enough to two-shot me. Like, that's actually a pain. At least, Jackbox did well or whatnot. So, actually, I think here's the smart play. I think I swap into a Sandman here. Well, obviously, because, yeah, that thing's at what, +2 speed? The only Pokemon, here's what I'm thinking, all right? Sandman has Sap Sipper. It knows a grass move. I'm hoping I bait it and it uses like, even if it doesn't, Sandman's specially defensive, so it should be able to tank any move it has. I'm really not too worried about it. So, yeah, so let's use Earthquake here. Okay, oh my god, I was about to say, it used Fire Blast instead, but missed, so it really didn't matter. I was hoping I could bait it into using Giga Drain. That is one of its moves. So let's see what Pokemon he sends in now. So that's actually 4,000. Let's see what Pokemon he sends in. Chandelure. It doesn't have Levitate, right? Does it outspeed me? I guess here's the thing. Its only super effective move is Hidden Power Ice. I should be able to survive. Well, I guess it has a Focus Sash. I won't be able to one-shot it anyway, but Fire Blast. Still, though, I'm specially defensive. Okay, I actually think that 3-shots me here, because with Leftovers heal at least. Yeah, it definitely doesn't 2-shot me with Leftovers heal. That's actually really nice. Because, yeah, he may do something stupid and, like, oh, I was about to say, he may do something stupid and swap out. So, yeah, that was, yeah. Am I actually going to 2-shot this thing? Okay. Here's the question, though. It's normal ground. I actually think Drain Punch, because think about it. 75 times 2, 150 versus Earthquake. Yeah, so Drain Punch, they actually deal the same damage. So, yeah, let's use Drain Punch here and recover our HP. Okay, it outspeed. That was a bad move, Zenith. I mean, that's a bad move, Zenith. Yep. And then we look at all that HP healed. Oh my god. Now we're nearly back at full health. And he's got one Pokemon left. And this is actually the one I was saving Sandman for or whatnot. Yeah, we're literally basically at full health now. So it definitely was the right call teaching Sandman. Okay, no, he sent out Chandelure again, but that's not gonna like do anything. Yeah, Fire Blast. Yeah, like that didn't even do that did like actually just half. So Leftovers. I guess that did something because now Sandman can't ease. Oh my god, look how close that is to level up. But yeah, now Sandman can't as easily deal with his last Pokemon. This is his last Pokemon, by the way. So yeah, we're quad effective. So yeah, Earthquake. Earthquake should one-shot it, I'm pretty sure. But I don't outspeed it here. Yeah, I don't think we outspeed the Mega. I'm not even going to look at its stats. Is that a Mega unique to this game? I think it was. I've never seen it before. That's definitely got to be. Oh my God, we do outspeed it. That game, yep, it's too easy. Let's see how much it's. So yeah, this I really didn't even need to try this. Oh my God, that was actually only 2,000. We gained more experience from freaking Blaziken. Like, was that the least amount of experience from any Pokemon like battle? Not bad. He's literally like, it doesn't even matter if I lose here. Like, we're literally destined to win. Like, Zenith can just kind of just chill for the rest of the game. I mean, he really doesn't need to do anything. I'm kind of hoping it'll be you who ends up joining us. Listen, I know we're not joining them. They look too stupid for us for it to be a real consideration. We spend enough time stalling. We want to show you exactly what we're capable of. Is he actually going to like summon Groudon here? Because we know that's what they're after and that they haven't done anything so far. So them stalling, ultimately, that's actually like, that's a good explanation because like they really haven't done anything the whole game. I guess it made sense though because he really was waiting at Utira Library for presumably like the whole game. And then he also tried to like bite out whatever Audrey was doing. So yeah, it makes sense like how, you know, he was basically prepared to like do something, but just kind of waited, like sat and chilled between figuring out the prophecy and having us deal with Audrey. Like it sort of made sense for him not to really like make a move until like all of that was over. Groudon, Duke of the Earth. Okay, so yeah, he does have Groudon. So looks like does he have Primal? Does he have Primal though? Like does he have the red orb? Because we knew Audrey had the blue orb, but ultimately she needed because here's the thing. Audrey had the blue orb, but she needed the crystal shard in order to control or to fully subdue Kyogre. Zenith doesn't have that. The Inferno Call didn't have that. It was the random Abyssal cultist who found the shard and brought it up to Earth, and then it ultimately made its way up to Audrey. We know Rukra is a crystal shard, and that Yaren has a crystal shard, and that neither of them would likely give it up. So unless somehow Zenith found the shard from Audrey, which wouldn't really make sense. That'd be kind of like, okay, there's a lot of like questions there, but yeah, presumably he can't make Groudon go primal just yet. Because even if he did have the red orb, he wouldn't be able to control it. So I doubt, and that's even assuming he has the red orb. So, Rise, show yourself to your lawyer's servant. I vote Kari Immortality Terra. That's Latin, right? I can't speak it. Let's see, Zenith has been doing he's been studying. Oh my God, we get another one of these. Let's see which one it is. Or we haven't, that looks pretty cool. Because yes, the symbols on themselves, like Rayquaza, Lugia, Kyogre, now Groudon. Yeah, actually, same with Darkrai. So yeah, Let's he's been doing his studying. He's been like, so does he have Primal? That's the question. The connection has been established. What connection? Does he have Primal though? I don't think so, because he needs the Crystal Shard in order to control it, right? I mean, I don't. Even if he did, and that's assuming he does have the red orb. If he has the red orb, he still needs the crystal shard to control it. So I don't think he can actually do anything here or anything further than what he already has. Excellent. Time to go. What? How did Groudon join you so easily? Like, Nor, shut up, Nor. Like, we're trying to, like, listen here. He's like, Zenith's like, all right, I'm going to head out. This is a better explanation. Zenith, like, freaking Nor would have went off at Tane. Like, if you remember the interaction between Tane and Anastasia, and Anastasia's like, how do you get, like, multiple legendaries on a team? And he's like, I use Master Balls. Like, I literally just catch him in a Master Ball. It's that easy. Like, no, like, freaking ritual summoning. I literally just throw a Master Ball at them. And like, Nor would freaking have a field day with that. Where's the ritual? Where's the sacrifice? What is Nora even talking about? Like, because has Nora even seen a Pokemon, like, has Nora seen a legendary summon? She didn't see Darkrai get summoned. She didn't see Rayquaza get summoned. She didn't see Lugia or Kyogre get summoned. I don't know what she's talking about. Like, does she have some past involving, like, rituals and sacrifices? Because presumably, at least from our perspective, she hasn't seen a single legendary summon. So I don't really know where that's coming from. Oh, the innocence of youth. Xena's like, why would I need to sacrifice anyone to summon a legendary? You didn't come down here expecting us to catch ground, did you? What? So he's just gonna like leave Groudon there. He's like, all right, I'm gonna head out. Xena's like, all right, I'm gonna leave. He's just like, my job here is done. He's like, you clearly haven't done your research on the Inferno cult. The Inferno, he's like, okay, we succeeded in our mission. He's like, we didn't even want to catch him. All we wanted to do was summon him, just like have a chill time down here. We didn't necessarily want to use him. Like, we were the first. It's only natural that we caught the legendary we worshipped long ago. Okay, so, wait, what? So they already had it. Then, if they are, so they already had it, but they somehow needed to summon it or reawaken it? So that's what this is telling me, because ultimately, yeah, they were the first cult or whatnot. Zenith likely isn't the founder. Obviously, he's the cult leader now, but he likely isn't the founder, given he looks relatively young. Because here's the thing, though. Like, let's take a look at the rest of the cult leaders. Audrey is literally a mother of a teenage son, Damien. So she's, like, middle-aged or whatnot. Persephone, I guess, no, Persephone's a bad example. Rukra, we know he's somewhat old in that he had passed with Sylvan and the Scientist Club and Harmony, like presumably all the other sort of like older characters. Same deal with like, I guess, Tane or whatnot. Like he may not be as old, like, but he still has, just the fact of him having the Unova trio shows he has like experience in that field, like the field Pokemon or whatnot. Yern, we know he's old enough to be the second augur, like, which presumably you need to have at least some age to be, you know, the leader of the whole region. So, like, or at least the sort of, what would you even call it? Like, sort of the figurehead of the whole. Well, I guess he holds real power in the region, so it's not even like a figurehead, but sort of the representative. And then Persephone, I guess, I don't know, same deal as Audrey. Well, she's like around the same age as Yern, because they were like talking to each other as if they knew each other for like a while. And like, she was like roasting him behind his back when he was like exclaiming him being the chaotic good. So like we know all the other cult leaders are fairly like they're all around middle aged and they likely did found their cult. However, Zenith on the other hand, he seems relatively young just looking at him, and the fact that he doesn't have a legendary yet. But so presumably, here's what I'm thinking. I don't think Zenith was the founder. Like someone else had to have found the Inferno cult. Like someone who was used to be the leader, given how young Zenith seems. And ultimately, given that he's the leader now, it was ultimately up to him to summon Groudon, like, you know, for the Inferno call, because Groudon was likely with the old leader, the founder or whatnot. I think that's likely what it is. So it made sense, like, how there was this readily available, like, means to summon Groudon or whatnot for the new call leader. Because he does definitely look younger than the rest of the cults. Like, he wears, like, given his hairstyle, given the casual clothes he's wearing as opposed to like an official outfit. Yeah, like the rest of the cult leaders literally seem like they're in their middle ages. So they definitely did found their cults. But again, given Zenith's youth, he likely wasn't the founder of the Inferno cult and just merely inherited it from someone else. We're merely waking ground from stuff. He's like, all right, it's time to use it now. After all, it's nearly time to begin. We're in the mountains if you're still aching. Wait, we're in the mountains if you're still aching for a fight. We're not in the mountains right now. Or I guess he's saying we will be in the mountains, like if you want to fight. I'll be waiting. What happened? Okay, glad to see they all teleported. Everyone in this game has mastered the art of teleporting, like just casually. I didn't know they've already caught ground. Listen, like this shouldn't. Is Nora like? Has she been living under a rock? She's like a step behind. Like most of the cults have their Pokemon, like their legendaries now. Yern's got his. He actually had the crystal too until we destroyed it. Audrey caught not only her main legendary, or the main legendary for her cult Kyogre, but also, you know, sort of the step to that being Lugia, like what she needed to in order to create the conditions to capture Kyogre. And then ultimately, like freaking Tane is casually is the Unova trio. Like, Nora's just really behind in terms of if the news of or if the fact of a cult having their legendary is shocking to her. I mean, actually, the only cult who doesn't have their legendary is freaking the Darkrai cult, the joke cult of the region, freaking with like Persephone. She still hasn't made a move to capture us yet. Remember, because if Yaren comes back here and the deal, or well, not really deal, but the condition Yaren had was that, look, I'm going to go try and find a new crystal. If you haven't dealt with that person being us, like I'm literally just going to destroy your whole cult. That's literally that's sort of the ultimatum he gave Persephone. She made zero effort into capturing us so far. So, and she doesn't even have her legendary. Like, presumably sacrificed half her cult in order to summon it. But, yeah, just absolute failure on her part. Like, the Darkrai cult now is, because I was going to say the Infernal cult is literally the joke cult of the region, but now that we know, they know about the prophecy as well as them already having their legendary just casually, that throws them at like the forefront of everything. So now the Darkrai cult returned to its position as official joke cult of the region. Like if you want to join a cult is like a joke, join the Darkrai cult. I mean, we know I literally the freaking Inferno cult's my second least like preferred, obviously above Darkrai, but. So I think it's going to be Nora. I mean, it literally can't be Damien who joins because he's literally a human Deoxys hybrid as of now. And we're not joining because I hate their cult. So it's got to be Nora, right? Just by process of elimination. I guess there's also what the person referred to as the Rain team leader, which has got to be Audrey, right? Like, that's the only person that can be referred to as Audrey. So maybe Audrey, but that makes like zero sense. Like, in fact, we don't even know if she's alive, okay? Second off, like, that makes zero sense. That's bad, really bad. Literally, I've seen, like, tons of legendaries, like, in the cultist hands up until this point. I freaking, like, presumably killed Audrey. You saw how quickly the Abyssal cult moved into action after they called Lugia. Yeah, and then Kyogre. Like, freaking, it's literally like they get their legendary, and then, like, 15 minutes later, they've already, like, set up their final plan. I don't know what Infernal is planning, but I don't like it. Presumably the exact opposite. Well, granted, here's the thing. We knew the Abyssal cult's plan was different from Archie's, ultimately, because this game takes place 30 years after Alpha Sapphire. And we know the Alpha Sapphire events are the canon ones. So presumably Zenith's plan is different from what would have been Maxie's plan, because we know Archie's plan was basically summon Kyogre and flood the region for Cloud, and that was basically ended there. But we know Audrey's plan was use Lugia to flood the region, and then instead of using Kyogre to flood the region, use Kyogre to control the deep sea Pokemon or whatnot, the deep sea like pseudo legendaries, and then rule like through that myth or through those means or those methods or whatnot. Ultimately, using the blue orb and the crystal shard to keep Kyogre in check and enable it to do that to begin with. So presumably, Zenith's plan isn't just a copy paste plan of Maxie; it's some like sort of progression of his plan. So it'll be interesting to see that. I'm going to head back to the library. Something Zenith said made me think about perfection. The cult of what is it he said? There was something about the cult of perfection in the Utira library. Or it was about, oh yeah, because it was the one book about the old perfection base. Because it was the diaries of one of the ex-perfection members. And how basically ultimately they created this like monster of a Pokemon. They realized like, you know, the errors of their ways. And ultimately that was the Pokemon that destroyed the old perfection base. That was like above Mechi Town, I think it was. So yeah, well granted, we just straight up took that. So I'm not sure what else there is about perfection. There's a book on like the Darkrai cult. There's a book on the Abyssal cult. And I think there's a book on literally every cult. But we took the book about the perfection cult or whatnot. So it's a long shot, but I have an idea. I need to research this more. So like what's the that's a good question. What's the perfection cult doing right now? I mean, they're presumably the only cult besides the Darkrai cult, but we can assume the Darkrai cult is plotting at the very least. We can assume that despite not actually doing anything, that they're at the very least plotting. But what is the perfection cult doing? Because let's take a look at the timeline, okay? Rukra effectively gave us Delta Pokemon, which we ultimately got a Mega Ring and Mega Stone for. You got like Mega Evolution data from the battle with Tane or whatnot. That was that up until then. also, like, the next part is sort of him or Rukra himself injecting Pokérus into Malden, turning him into a human Deoxys creature, presumably sort of without knowing. But somehow that Mald is also in control by someone else who's in like a suit, the suited person at the end of the second climax who's looking for the shards. And then Tane's just like, and then like while Audrey's executing her final plan, like Rukra and Tane are just kind of chilling. Tane just goes to Anastasia's workshop while she's commissioning him armor. Like he managed to catch Zekrom in the meantime, but still, I mean, the perfection cult seems to be the only cult as of now that's not really doing much. Like we said, at least the freaking Abyssal cult's probably just like disbanded by this point. Like given their leader is presumed dead, that's a pretty big blow. And then the Darkrai cult, we can at least assume is plotting, along with the Sky cult, obviously, which involves here and getting the second crystal. We don't really know what the Perfection cult's doing, though, so you should probably head to Selene Sea. There's a gym there, after all. And obviously, we need to confront Tane again, because Tane told Orion if he wants Reshiram back, he needs to go to the Dragon Ruins, which is north of Selene City. I'll see you around. Okay, is there anything here? Let me just see if there's any items in this cave before I like just use an escape rope. Yeah, there's actually like 0 items. It's just the in this, what is it? There's like there's mega stones in this room, but like you need special ability in order to like get them. So yeah, honestly, that's my theory, that Zenith inherited the cult, that he wasn't granted, even though he's the current cult leader, that he wasn't the founder. I think that's a fairly, I'm not even going to say that's, I'm not even saying that so much like a theory. That just seems like common sense. Like, that, and also given the fact like how he looks super young, like his hairstyle, the fact that he doesn't really have a uniform. Why is our freaking text box way down? Okay, yeah, because the thing is, I forgot there was no gym in this town or whatnot, so we can just progress. So, hold on. I actually think, you know, hold on. I'm actually pretty sure there's a move tutor in this place. Okay, no, you have to defeat the Selene Sea gym for that and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, let's see. Hold on. So, this is the exit place, right? Okay, because there was the guy initially blocking. So, okay, hold on. Wait, I actually need to go heal. I completely forgot. But yeah, so I'm probably going to end it here. It's been 52. I think that's fine. That's, oh my God. Zenith is Zachary. That's amazing. That's actually like, okay, no. That's actually amazing. I didn't know that. That caught me off guard. Oh my God. He's Zach. I literally saw his character sprite turn towards us, and then like it clicked. Like I realized it. That's actually so funny. Zenith's like, it was totally worth it. Like that's actually really funny though. So presumably he could have just summoned Groudon whenever he wanted. There was just no real reason to, like, because they've had Groudon before. It's like the Infernal Calls already caught their legendary. It was just, given Zenith is likely a new leader, he would need to summon it for himself or whatnot. So he was just kind of chilling, waiting for that, working at the Utir library, potentially learning or hoping he would learn about the prophecy, which he actually ended up learning about. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to end it here. Yeah, I'm just going to end it here. Yeah, it's already been 50 minutes or whatnot. Okay, yeah, I forgot Salmon actually level up. I only gained 1 level out of that battle, which kind of sucks, but so yeah, I mean, yeah, so hold on, I need to make one more switch here, switch Jackbox and Demix, because I order by HP, at least up until my starter or whatnot, but yeah, I'm going to end it here. I mentioned earlier when I was talking about the armored Pokemon that the only armored Pokemon I'd considered using was Armored Tyranitar. If I do, he'll ultimately replace Sandman. However, that's if I use it. I need Rock Slide in order to even get access to, like, a Pupitar, which will eventually evolve into Pupitar. But, yeah, I'm going to end this here. Nothing really else to say or whatnot. That was really all I needed to do. Just battle Zenith and then learn all the story regarding the Infernal Cult and everything else or whatnot and how they know about the prophecy. So, yep, I guess that's it for this one. See you in the next one.